Hello guys, hope you guys are doing very well. So today I'm going to make a video about diversity visa program, how to enter your information to the diversity visa program. Basically it's DV 2022, so if you win, you will get the visa in 2022. So that's what it's basically telling you. So the program starts on October 7th and will end on November 10th. So you need to enter your information within these 2 days. So first, let's go to the instructions, and that's here. And if you go down here, you will see the instruction in all of languages, but I'm going to go with English. And this is the program overview. So they said they will allocate 55,000 visa numbers to diversity visa program. So this is blah blah blah. And eligibility, this is the eligibility. So the first requirement is you need to come from a country where the immigration rate is very low. So right here, these are the countries that are not eligible. And if you go all the way down, I think you should be able to find what are the countries here, right over here. Yeah, these are the countries that are eligible. So they divide all the countries into different regions: Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, Oceania, South America, and blah blah blah. So in here you can find what other countries are eligible. So if you go up here again, so that's the eligibility requirement 1. And the second requirement is you need to have certain education requirements or work experience. Not both, just one. So the education requirement is you should have passed the high school. That's the education requirement. And the work experience is a little bit complicated. You need to find your job description in this on it online, and you can figure this out. Don't worry about that. Okay. Oh, what happened? Okay. So those are the 2 basic requirements to enroll in the 2020 diversity visa program. And here again the entry period, and this is the instruction to how to fill the application, but I will go through with that in this website. Okay, so so far we covered the instruction, but if you are not sure, go through this again and you will understand everything. So the second one is photo examples. So if you click here, you can see what are the correct photos that you can use for DV 2020 program. So the shadow and lighting glasses, so you shouldn't wear any glass, and there has to be a specific size and with a specific exposition, and the resolution and the quality and all the things you can find it here. I will show you how to crop the photo that you take from a camera using photo tool later. But for now, let's go and begin the entry. Okay, so first you need to verify that you are a human. So you need to type everything in here. Again, click submit, and here, this is the part 1, entrant information. So first here you need to type your last name. So I'm going to type my last name, and here you need to type your first name. So I'm going to type my first name. So some countries, they don't have first name, so if you don't have first name, you click here. And if you have a middle name, type it in here. Right, so now you enter your name and choose the gender. So and then the birthday. So this is the month, so I'm going to put my birthday in here. Right, and this is where they determine your, okay, not here, okay, later. So this is the birth city, so you need to type your birth city, and if you look at your birth certificate, you should be able to find your birth city. And this is where you select your country. So I'm going to select my country. Where is it? Okay, so I select my country. So this is where you, okay, this country of eligibility. Okay, so are you claiming eligibility based on your country you born? So you should select yes if you are claiming that based on the country you born. And also if you are married to a spouse that she's from a eligible country, then you can select no and select her country. So yeah, that's basically what it is. And but for now I'm eligible based on the birth country, so I select yes. And here is the passport information. So in here you need to enter the information exactly what's appear on your passport. So last name again, and first name, okay, middle name. Alright, so basically your passport name and your legal name should be same technically. And here you need to enter your passport number. So I'm going to enter my passport number, and here you need to enter your passport expiration date. Be careful when you enter your passport expiration date, because sometimes in your passport the month and date are in backward or whatever the order that it's written in your passport. So here first you need to type the month. So I'm going to type, okay, that's, and this is asking the country of issuance, so it's the same country as my country live in, so it should be here. And okay, so if you don't have a passport, that's not a big deal, but you need to select one of the reasonable exemptions here. So since I have a passport here, I don't need to fill this part. And here, this is to upload your photo. And remember, if you want to participate in this program and be successful, you need to upload a recent photo that has been taken within 6 months, I think. And it has certain requirements, like I show in the in here. So you need to follow all these guidelines. And don't use a photo that you used last time. If you use a photo that you used last time for another DV program, then your entry will be disqualified. So don't use all photos, just use a fresh one. Okay, so before I upload my photo, let me show you how to get the photo like this in a proper way using their tool. So in here, if you click this, it doesn't work. You see, it's giving something like this. So I don't need this, because they say this tool only works when you're browsing with Edge and Explorer. Frankly, I'm using Microsoft Edge, but I don't know why it's not working. So I'm going to go here for the Explorer to all done, and I'm going to click here, and you see it's loaded. Okay, so now I'm going to choose the photo, which would be in here, one of my old photo. Okay, I'm going to rotate this one and repositions again, and little bit zoom. Obviously I blur my face because I don't want to show you my face. Anyway, so zoom in a little bit. Okay, so what basically you need to do is, there are two green lines, two green oval circles. So your head should be within these two ovals. So that's what you have to make sure. Okay, now after you've done that one, you can click crop, and it should give you the cropped image. Okay, so now you save the photo, save wherever you want. Now it's saved, so you go back to the application and choose the new photo. Go here, and if the photo is successfully uploaded, then you should see your photo down here. Alright, and remember, you need to fulfill all these requirements: no shadows, no glasses. Size and the position should be fine if you use this tool, so you don't need to worry about that. And also the resolution, print quality, everything should be fine if you use this tool. Digital alteration and retype. So do not Photoshop or use any other softwares to crop or do anything to your photo. Just use this tool. It will crop the photo with the correct resolution and size, and poses and expressions. So you should be in your natural pose, no smiling, you see, no smiling, no tilted head, blah blah blah. So turn heads. So your face should be fully visible, and you see there are examples that there are some photos that are not acceptable. And the background, it should be white, not blue or any other things. So it should be white or off-white, plain white, yeah. And children, you need to follow these examples. Okay, so the mailing address. So in here in CARE, it's optional, which means if you are using someone's other's address, you need to enter their name here. But since I'm using my own address, I'm going to keep this blank and enter my address here. So let's see. Okay, and address line 2, it's also optional, but if you have a long address, just type the rest of the address here. Okay, and the city, town, type here, and district, type here, postal code, I'm going to type here. If you don't know your postal code, just search your city, it will give you your postal code. And also if you don't know, you can just type your postal code or whatever. Since I know my postal code, I'm going to try that. And the country, so if you are currently living outside your country, it's fine, it will not disqualify your entry as long as you say the truth. Country where you live today, yeah, here it's also asking, so it's the same country, I'm still in the same country. And the phone number, it's optional, you can type whatever you want. So those are not big issues. And the email address, so this one is a big issue, big concern. You need to enter your correct email address, because after you select it, they will communicate via this email. You can change this later, but you should use an email address that you can have access very easy. So I'm going to use my email address right here, and here again. I'm going to retype my email address, and here it's asking what's the highest level of education you have as of today. So I have some undergraduate degree, so I'm going to click here. Alright, next question is asking whether you are married or not. So you have several options to select: unmarried, married, and spouse is not a US citizen or not a green card holder, married, US spouse is US citizen or green card holder, divorced, widowed, legal separate. So this is a question you need to answer very truthfully, because even if you select it and you didn't answer this question truthfully, then during your interview you will be disqualified. So since I belong to this option, I click around there. And number of children, so this is also a question that you need to answer truthfully. If you don't have kids, just type 0 and click continue. Okay, so this is where it's asking about the derivative. If you select unmarried from the previous part, then you shouldn't have this part. But since I'm married, I need to enter information about my spouse. So I'm going to enter my spouse information. So the last name is basically the same as your information, like last name, first name, middle name. Okay, so And this is spouse birthday. You need to enter your spouse birthday. And gender is female, and birth city, goal, and the country. And also I want to point it out, if you select a country that is not eligible, then you should have an error down here. And also choose a photo. So I'm going to choose my wife's photo and click continue. And here it's giving an overview about what your informations are. So this is your information, part 1, first name, last name, gender, and make sure everything is correct, and passport information, and blah blah blah. And also if you are married and your wife or husband doesn't have a passport, that's fine. Only the main applicant needs to have a passport, and the address, blah blah blah, and also all the information. And this is about your derivatives, so all the information right there. And if all the information are correct, click submit. So once you click submit, you will receive a page where you can see a confirmation number and the date and time of the submission. Please make a copy of that page. How do you do that? You go here and click print, so you can make a PDF. Also, it's a good idea to make a PDF of this page also, so you know what you entered during your application. So you click here and it's asking me how to save, so I'm going to just select I need to give a name, so 1 2 3, yeah. Okay, so that's all. Don't submit the same application more than one time. So if you submit multiple applications, all your applications will be disqualified. And also, if you're married, then you can submit your application 2 times, because one time you can do by yourself, the second time your spouse can be the main applicant. So technically, if you are married, you have double the probability of getting selected. So that's the only exception, that you can submit more than one application. Other than that, do not submit more than one application. Alright, so that's pretty much about it. If you selected, well, congratulations. You will see it on next year around May, probably on the second week, but don't know what will happen during this crazy time. But anyway, that's it. See you in our next video.